Welcome back to Steeler Nation Australia. Hope you guys are having a really good weekend. It is my Sunday, so I'm recording on Sunday right now. Kind of crazy at the moment. Not too much NFL news going on. Really quiet, really quiet. So I wanted to talk about the USFL for a little moment and their rules that they've proposed to, I guess, the USFL audience or the, football audience. If you guys love the NFL, you love the gridiron, you love, football, this will intrigue you. So I'm going to go over a few of the rules. I've got about four slides here that goes over the rules. And I want to ask the question, in the future, will the NFL adopt these rules? And we'll talk about it, right? I'm pretty excited. Like, I don't think I'll be streaming. I don't think I'll be streaming the games, USFL, but I'll be keeping up with it. I'll be keeping up with the teams, the maulers. I'll be keeping up with, just the football in general. I think it starts in about 2 weeks, 2 weeks time, 3 weeks time. So I've got to find a way how to watch it. But I won't be streaming the games, not yet. I don't think I'll be doing that. We'll see how we go. But it's very hard for me to watch the games, let alone try and stream them, try and find a link, because we don't have. There's not really a USFL channel here in Australia, so I don't know. But I'll be keeping up with the games, and today I want to talk about some of the rules, right? So firstly, I want to start with this, and this one is pretty intriguing, right? So there is now, I think the XFL also tried this. 2 forward passes allowed behind the line of scrimmage, which is a chance for trick plays, right? So 2 forward passes, right? So this, I think you can pretty much do anything with this. You can pass out to the wide receiver. You can pass to the tight end. You can pass to the running back, who then can throw it again. So if you have like a quarterback and a running back or a receiver who's also a quarterback in college, this will be to your advantage, right? If you have, say, for instance, I don't know, if you put someone at fullback, snap the ball back to the quarterback, the fullback is sitting there ready to block, like a halfback screen. He goes out there on the halfback screen, right, sneaks away. You throw that ball forward to the fullback, then the fullback has the football behind the line of scrimmage, and he's ready to pass that football. So this already intrigues me. I'm not saying the NFL should adopt this, but this is pretty interesting to see how this works with the USFL, and maybe down the line the NFL might bring this in, because could you see, or it used to be, Mahomes to Tyreek Hill, but Mahomes to Juju, and Juju having the chance to throw the football on the Chiefs. Or maybe, for instance, if Najee has an arm, or one of our receivers has an arm, that they could use this. I think even was it Kevin Gentry or I think it was Gentry used to be a quarterback. I'm not saying that he could throw it, but this might bring up some trick plays or ideas where you can get the tight end more involved, the receiver more involved, and the running back. Because they can the best one I see so far is the running back going out for a screen, throwing a halfback pass, to the screen, right? Halfback gets the ball, and then he'll end up throwing to the receiver. It's going to open a lot of things up, so it's going to be quite exciting. So yeah, once again, 2 forward, where are we? 2 forward passes allowed behind the line of scrimmage. Now the next one, overtime. This one is kind of weird. Okay, both teams get 3 plays each from the 2-yard line. If the play reaches the end zone, the team gets 2 points, right? So how I take this is, if you convert 3 plays out of 3, you get 6 points. If the other team converts 2 plays out of 3, they get 4, right? So as this goes along, both teams get 3 plays each, like an ice hockey shootout, right? Then it goes to say, the team with the most points after each team has run its 3 plays wins. If the score is tied, each team runs 3 plays, and subsequent attempts becomes sudden death until a winner is declared. So basically, if if both teams score 3 plays in a row and it goes, 6-6 or 4-4 or 2-2, then they keep doing it until there is a victor, until there's a winner. So it could be 1 out of 3 for both teams and be 2-2, and then they might go to overtime, and then eventually it'll be 4-2. I don't think I'll be honest. I'm not a big fan. I'm not a fan of this. I don't like this at all. I like I like the overtime rules with the NFL. I do. I like the fact that I even like the overtime rules where it was a flip of the coin, and if you got the ball and went down and scored a field goal, I like that. That to me was if you can't win a football game in regular time, then why do you get more chances to win in overtime? You know, but I do like this too because there won't be a tie. There'll be no ties in the USFL because you have to have a winner after the overtime until sudden death. It could go 6-6, 8-8, 10-10, 12-12. Keep going and going and going until someone wins, right? So you have to have a winner. Whereas in the NFL, they play 10 minutes. They play 10 minutes, right? And if there is no score, like we almost saw last year with the Raiders and the Chargers with that field goal that the Raiders just snuck in, which helped the Steelers into the playoffs, right? If there's no score in 10 minutes, there's a tie. I don't like the tie. The tie's crap. The tie is awful. But I do like the idea that, yeah, it's one possession. You get the football, you run down the field, and you score a field goal or a touchdown. The game's over. We all know what happened with Tim Tebow and that 88 yards or 80-yard pass to Demaryius Thomas. So look, I'm not a big fan of this overtime rule for the USFL. Alrighty, so the next one will be the onside kick. Now, the onside kick is it doesn't really work in the NFL. So this is now the USFL is giving teams the option, right? Onside kicks. The first option will be a traditional onside kick attempt from the 25-yard line. So if the team runs and gets that ball, they get the football back, and they hold the possession, right? However, you got to start to think because the second option will be running a 4th and 12 play from their own 33-yard line. If the team makes a first down, then they continue to have possession. Now, in my opinion, if you're going to go for an onside kick anyway, and you have to win the game, then the best option is to send your team out there 4th and 12 and try and make a play. With the football in your hands rather than getting a successful onside kick. It's very hard to get an onside kick, let alone, it's hard enough to kick the football to let alone to get it back and get possession. So what they're saying is you can go for the 25-yard line, which if you fail that, you give the football back to the team anyway, right? So then on the second option, if you go for a 4th and 12, you have to get 13 yards to get a first down. You remain in possession. So if you're in that spot where you have to go for it and you're down by 7 points, or actually you're down by 9 points, which we'll get into soon. If you're down by 9 points, 8 points, or 7 points, you have to have the football back in the last minute. I would rather go for the onside kick where I hold the football in my hands and I have a certain play that's a 4th and 13 that I know a play that's going to work. So I would say you might not see too many onside kicks in the USFL, right? Now, will the NFL adopt that? Probably not. They probably won't adopt the 4th and 12. Throw the football for a first down. And get possession back. Because I could actually see some teams, like the Chiefs, the Rams, maybe even the 49ers up there with Debo and some of the big teams like the Cowboys, those kind of teams could probably get a 4th and 13 every time. So imagine if you were the Mahomes or guys like that, or Tom Brady and the Buccaneers, if they went for it on 4th and 13 and they got the football back after scoring a touchdown it's pretty much game over. So it's risky, but some of these elite quarterbacks can do that, right? Now, the funnest one to end the video on is the extra points, right? This is where it is most intriguing and kind of why I want to watch the game, right? The game is going to be so different. So the USFL extra points. So 1 point for a kick made with the ball snap from the 15-yard line. Like that's normal, right? That's a normal extra point. However, this is where it gets kind of cool and interesting. 2 points from a scrimmage play from the 2-yard line if they cross the goal line, right? That's like a normal 2-point play that we see in the NFL all the time, right? Now, this is the cool part, and I hope a lot of teams do it, right? 3 points for a scrimmage play from the 10-yard line that crosses the goal line. 3 points, right? So if you are the Pittsburgh Maulers and you're going down to score, you scored a touchdown, 6.60, you can bring the football back to the 10-yard line and attempt to go through a 3-point conversion, which would push the game out to 9 points. Now, I would actually like to see this in the NFL. This would make the NFL a bit more creative. The scores would be different. We probably wouldn't end up with many ties because you'd be getting, if one team goes for 9 or 3 points here, it'd be like, the score could be 19, 15, stuff like that. It'd be really weird scores, or 43 to 37, like really, really strange scores. And strange enough where the scoregami would also be impacted too. So yeah, it's kind of cool. I like it. 3 points for a scrimmage play from the 10-yard line if they cross the goal line. So you're 10 yards out. You've got to score pretty much like a touchdown, right? And then you get 3 points. But the advantage then goes to you because you're on 6 points for a touchdown. And then given the 3 points, you go 9 straight away. So it could be 9-0. Or if you score a traditional 7-0, and then you go back to back and get another touchdown where it's 13-0, right? You could push this game a bit out of reach to make it 16-0. However, the opposition side, if you go and score that 16-0, right, and they're coming back into this football game, are they more likely to try and play catch up? And when they score a touchdown, 16-6, do they push it to 16-8? Do they go for 16-9? Do they go to 16-7? It's going to become like a little bit of a chess match and strategic play because you can try and go all out, but if you fail, it is then 16-6. So it makes the game a lot more interesting, to be very honest. I can't wait to see it. I want to see teams that are down by 9 points, 2 minutes to go for a 3-point conversion, and say, for instance, they miss it, they lose, right? They miss the conversion, and then they're down by 3 points because they missed it. They got the 6 and couldn't get the 3. And the next minute they hold the possession and they go for an onside kick at the 4th and 12 to get back the football, right? Wouldn't that be cool? There's so many different layers to this with the USFL trying these things out. 2 forward passes, overtime rules are different, onside kicks are different. Even for example, heading into if you score a field goal near the end, rather than give possession back to the other team, maybe go for an onside kick or a 4th and 12 to regain that possession and win the game. So yeah, what do you guys think? Do you guys think all these rules are kind of cool? We'll do a bit of a recap and then I'll end it. All right. 2 forward passes allowed behind the line of scrimmage, so a chance for trick plays. All right. Overtime is the three plays from the 2-yard line. So each team gets 3 chances to go out and get, 2 points, 4 points, 6 points. And the team with the most points after 3 plays wins, right? Onside kicks, you can do a normal one, or you can do a 4th and 12 play from the 33-yard line to get possession back. And lastly, 1 point for a normal kick, 2 points for a 2-point play, or 3 points for a scrimmage play from the 10-yard line. I'm intrigued. I'm interested to watch this if I can. I still don't know how. I don't know how I'm going to watch it. I got to find a link, a certain US program. I think it might be on Peacock or something like that, or on Fox. I don't know how I'm going to watch it, but I'm intrigued. All right, guys. Thanks for checking out Steel Nation Australia. And as always, here we go, Steelers. Here we go.